Evaluation question 1. So, the first section that I'll be talking about today will be conventions. Conventions can be defined as a way in which something is usually done. For instance, in film trailers, they often include film titles, watermarks, release dates, etc. The ways in which we conducted research into conventions were through primary market research and secondary market research. We conducted primary market research by deconstructing several films, both genre-specific and non-genre specific. The genre-specific deconstructions encouraged us to use features such as labels, modern music, and male voiceovers. In contrast, the non-genre specific deconstructions gave us a general overview of the essential trailer conventions such as watermarks, film titles, release dates, production logos, etc. We were then able to incorporate elements from the genre-specific deconstructions into our Young Girls trailer in order to create intertextuality. For example, the freeway call and the slow-mo walk from Mean Girls. This ultimately meant that our product resembles real media text as we use conventions as stimuli. The second aspect we decided to use was secondary market research. We conducted secondary market research into the conventions of trailers in general, as well as rom-coms with the subgenre of chick flicks. The data we found was from SlideShare, and we came across a PowerPoint presentation by student Maddie Fleetwood. Maddie's presentation labelled a series of conventional features with anything from the narrative itself to colour scheme. Modern and popular music was one of the key conventions that really stood out. A sound workshop with Mr. Tyrone, our school's technician, confirmed that real media texts within this genre do often use modern and popular songs as their choice of soundtrack. This inspired us to choose the song Wings, originally recorded by a popular and current girl band Little Mix, for our soundtrack. Therefore, we believe that our music reflects that of real media texts. Another way that our Young Girls trailer mirrors that of real media text is through the actual narrative itself. Our narrative plays on typical stereotypes of teenagers at school through areas such as costume, casting and script. Characters include Zach, a typical jock, athletes and ladies man; Amber, a typical materialistic girly girl with blonde hair wearing pink clothes; Poppy, an average nerd wearing glasses and glued to the chemistry lab; as well as Charlie, a rebellious and troublemaking teen who is slightly off the rails. These hierarchical stereotypes can be seen in a number of films including High School Musical, Mean Girls, The Duff and 10 Things I Hate About You. We found that stereotypical names to categorise characters such as the nerds were often created during post-production as labels in chick flick trailers such as The Duff and Mean Girls. We decided to use this as inspiration, but instead of creating digital labels, we created a page for each girl summarising their character on a page of an exercise book to emphasise and encourage the school theme. Our narrative supports Levi Strauss's theory of binary opposites. The theory of binary opposites uses ideas such as boy versus girl, popular versus unpopular, powerful versus powerless, and so on. Every chick flick that we deconstructed contained at least one of these binary opposites in order to create themes. And that is how our Young Girls trailer reflects that of real media texts.